me pesemiti asempa FM. Taxi driver, man in the hair, me pesemiti asempa FM. Filling station, man in the hair, me pesemiti asempa FM. Pop sports, man in the hair, me pesemiti asempa FM. Quaristas moson for kwa master prayer honey honey na mutie asempa 94.7 FM. They say yeka prayer na wajiso ewu bie fie. Sansu no bie ti asempa FM we fie bie mu.
94.7 Asempa FM. So ni Ekosiisen dwumedi no wasoguso a otie no yeda munyina asesan ma wakwa babie se matwen yen ama yakọ aba. Ma memfa we entwem se promotion kese bi pa Ekos na Nat Gate Company Limited. Na unim se ene se ba nsase e genuine nkrat enyina ye kama eno ane Nat Gate Company Limited. Ene sa wo mpesa wo besa e osika na wakọ akoto asase amanson ewo ho land guard eguso ne ade a emwawa pepacho ne Nat Gate eni nkomo ye won sase ne wo ewutu breku na a plot of land 70 by 100 3,000 Ghana cedis in can 30 million 3,000 Ghana cedis pe yen sase no we ewutu breku 10-minute drive from ewutu breku fie and afi 25-minute drive from Kaswa Ekosiite ho meme in the bia the amanfo ko emwo kokohwe in the friend sightseeing every Saturday. So Saturday in so nyama you can arrange and go for any other day. But just only be in common in Nigeria to say ene anauchna and our pesa woko. And the Nat Gate Company Limited in office. Your office no Winneba Quantimpon so Ufri Kaswa Echo Winneba just beside Just Tap Hospital. Just Tap Hospital obi hu in office ewo ho. And the corner cover form now fail afi na the hono yetumi de atwa so when je ho a friend Nat Gate ewo 0244 508 416 0244 508 416 national so am I Nat Gate Company Limited the land guard free land bush alawa ya bush allowance bia and the co na woni yen konkodi djuma Noah Kwaku Asare CEO Nat Gate Company Limited ya chawa we ejide bibia ekoye Noah Kwaku Asare. Good afternoon to you. And Gilly Gold Pharmaceuticals and so at the Giddy Power, Giddy Mal, Giddy Co and a Giddy Cough Abejaso. Pepacho Giddy Power near me drew and ma ultimate now na so boy Jumay, ya were capsules and was syrup, a mubia the Abejono, not one Giddy Mal and Suya malaria drew Giddy Co say constipation we team. Koko na ha usisi na ya menstrual pains unya gidi kwa ebeboa and a gidi cough no so mo amobowa o sore throat unya ebetu ase amount 100% pure herbal product and ye ton e wo Gilly Gold Pharmaceuticals Okomango Tree Avenue Asylum da obehu yen e wo ho 0268 988 000 now ne yen eni enkomo Prof Mamin Simra hope you na fe quickly ne yen hwe nansan and a former President Rawlings e kasafa immunity clauses say why in constitution mo say anke be ye ni hu nkomo si betime ye fi ho a
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
possible
possible but not in the way president no e kan no say ye amend the constitution no me say all kasa no or confuse immunity clause na transitional provisions ni mo no with immunity clause that you discuss Ayarigan common idea. Okay. And from the way he was talking, on AM say he was talking more about Ayarigan because no say immunity clause na emboldened chesama for power omodi ye nema enye into you say review but social immunity clause now kind of transitional provision no and no historical immunity clause be a cover amount for a name be a what my year atwamu no social constitution no there are several parts first part no promulgation clause no okay. Promulgation clause no PNDC law 282 then there is the preamble and then there's the main body of the constitution. And then there's the transitional provision, and then there's the schedule of oaths. Some parts of the constitution were meant to be permanent. Other parts, one more echo away just by passage of time. So, for instance, the promulgation law, say on a certain date, the constitution was promulgated and it came into effect. when you print the first constitution, some promulgation law be bomb, but after the next print, that it goes away by itself. The same thing with transitional provision. Anytime you transition from one regime, in our case a military regime, to a constitutional regime, ube here bridge, because in maybe under a military regime, muntiminye constitutional government and so that bridge and your friend transitional provision and yeah they are or say a year permanent. Transitional provisions do a couple of things. Number one, setting up some of the necessary for us to start the constitution. For instance, president, parliament, all these elected offices, you elected one and sign a constitution ever into effect. The constitution came into effect 7 January 1993, but all the elections took place when the constitution itself was not even promulgated. So the transitional provision will say, notwithstanding anything in the constitution, the people who were elected under the elections held in 1992 are duly elected under the 1992 constitution. So that will be one of the things that we do. The second thing, abrogate certain proclamations during the military regime. So for instance, PNDC law 1 and setting up the PNDC as the legislative and executive organs. So the transitional provisions be abrogated. Another thing are transitional provisions is a set timetable. In Tibia say, look, Yamamu 6 months. Within that 6 months, more appointing members of Shraj, more appointing members of this. All of those institutions were not present under the military regime, but are in the constitution. And so the transitional provision gives you a timetable to fill all those positions. And then the last one, sometimes transitional provisions wind it down certain things. Until you find say under the military regime, there will be a friend a public tribunal. Into one cases are starting even in the new system we will just say yamamu a certain time cases then after that my sunset. So that's what the transitional provisions do. But the transitional provisions themselves a bridge big into after a certain period they go away. So for 1969 constitution and the explicit said the transitional provisions go away after 5 years.
Okay.
Now, one of the interesting things I want transitional provisions 1992 said apart in coup makers of AFRC, of PNDC, of NLC, of NRC, of MSMC, omamu immunity. And omamu immunity ni we Osaka said bibia was immunity clauses ni parliament entimi nya hwehwe yentimi amend the constitution and a court bia so entimi ntie sa asem no. So that's where we are. But then the question then is, can somebody or the transitional provisions oust the jurisdiction of a Supreme Court in hearing a constitutional question? That's the challenge, because that itself has to be interpreted, because the constitution can't interpret itself. And so somebody can go to court and ask for an interpretation of that. And it has been done before. So 1980, 1981.
Prof, yenya breaking news bi of parliament. Mamenko Fambra na what was so say Abrantie bi aba parliament to commit suicide in parliament. Enti yenkonkote Joseph Opoku Gakpo ewa homa. Joseph
Obi
net saying
Adom bibia boko na we.
Nyame adom. Enti edan na ekoso parliament yi.
This was an incident that happened a few hours ago. What happened was when the House adjourned sitting as Speaker, Jose was the first deputy, indicated the sitting has been brought to a close. Or walking out of chamber now. And then, in fact, now walking out of chamber now, and then all of a sudden, there is a gentleman Now we've been told he's called Kojo Mensah. He's from the Kwesimintim area, or 35 years. All of a sudden, he had a rope that he had tied to a chair, and Ohe Parliament and so the way arrangement in the city, the MPs are on the lower floor, and then the gallery is on the upper floor, and another gallery and another thing. And then there is a space there, usually media and the mount or more cameras, and then they're able to see the lower floor. The indication the guy was giving was that he had tied the rope to the chair and he was tying it to himself. Now I jump it down, as an attempt to commit suicide. So that didn't happen. It looks like now a person will gain attention, kakra. Even before carrying out that act, no team and making the point that into security for no more around Bako tried engaging him, and then others also and then as they walked him out of the chamber, he kept shouting, making the point that he wants to see his MP, he wants to see President Akufo-Addo, he wants to talk to the speaker, even as they dragged him out. Eventually, he was moved out of the chamber and taken to the police station here in Parliament.
Now, the MP
Joe Mensah, a member of Parliament for
Kwesimintim.
And MP. I've been looking around for him since the incident and been trying to reach him to no avail as to whether he knows this gentleman. But the bit is that he had a T-shirt, which is a campaign paraphernalia of Joe Mensah with Joe Mensah's picture and NPP colors, requesting that people vote for Joe Mensah. And looks like he had this in the shirt under what he was wearing. So Babetna Honum was when he opened it up, and then the realization came that he had such a shirt on. After the police persons restrained him and took him, by a police station has a Parliament. We've been engaging a commander or Yeninaya Dan for Freeman Tete Superintendent. He indicates that he's been moved to the Ministry's police station because post they are not allowed to do investigation. Their own is for protection and to keep security. So the case has been moved to the Ministry's police station now. They are commencing investigations. A while ago, I spotted some of the police people walking around, and one additional information I was given was that the investigators from the Ministry's police station have actually gotten back to what you will call now the crime scene, as they try to take pictures and gather additional evidence. But Superintendent Freeman indicated they realized what they presumed to be a criminal conduct on the part of the man, which was why they apprehended him. The case over to the Ministry's police station. They started
Osha brand here now, of course. And yeah, Ubet machine and who say na dream work kakaka na said say but Osha na demeanor and out appearance ni bibia at saying looking normal.
Looking normal. Apart from eventually the corner na or demand the person who president or person who speaker. You be police for no as to his exact motive and why he came around. But police for no said this is something that the Ministry's police would have to tell us after they are done with the investigation. But we've been asking around, and some of those that we've spoken to give the indication that he's someone who has been spotted around before. And the additional claim that is coming and the rumor, which the police have not confirmed, and we are not too sure because we've not been able to speak to the MP, and they said there's a claim that he said he had a problem with his hand, which he'd been trying to get the attention of his MP and possibly some other politicians to help him with Chika to take off his medical bills so he can fix his hand, which has been dislocated. And Bibisa. Now, Enona, after several attempts previously to get attention and to get his MP, he didn't get anyone helping him. And he has showed up today again in pursuit of that. And looks like the decision was taken on the spot to probably dramatize it all and draw attention. Yebisa police for no as to whether this may require some psychiatry investigation of a sort. But Secretary from Antete make the point that the investigators will tell, but this is not something you can completely rule out. But the way and there is a rule in the house say you cannot come in with clearly identified paraphernalia. In Tisobe Kaya, right to information coalition, some time ago to protest, they were not allowed into the chamber with T-shirts with inscriptions indicating they are from the RTI coalition.
Yeah.
It's same with political parties, that you cannot come in as an individual coming to observe proceedings in parliament wearing paraphernalia belonging to any political party. And, he knew that Senkao, by wearing the NPP T-shirt now, he would have been prevented from entering. He smartly covered it up wearing the NPP T-shirt beneath and also a normal long sleeve shirt, a button on top. It gives the indication say Obi Anadrimu Canada, most likely the Adreno would not have come to cover up something that would have prevented you from entering the chamber. So he wore the second shirt to cover that up. And it's after he got in there and wanted to carry out his act that he opened it up, in order to draw attention at the end. But for someone who can try maneuvering the process this way, then the indication is that he is probably a level-headed person and not Jim Kana.
Joseph, my say, Bibiani Ebesa Swaba Hobio. Why? Okay, Joseph Opoku Gakpo, as we Joy News, or no any parliamentary correspondent for Joy News, and I'm attending Kananti. That's the news, and obviously, Nabranti free Western Regions, Kwesimin team and Ababichi in the MP Waha, where you're not doing so about Bikuniho, and some Bibre. But we should be wrapping up with Prof. Finally, on Nancy, other controversies about with President in some of Vancouver. If when they are there, you live in the free world. Not it was saying what is answer no. Is it something you expected to hear from Oman Penny?
It depends on the emphasis opese put on there okay. But first of all, no say mekase Ghana ma there. Obianim say they are probably one of the most hardworking in the world. So me, I can say that because me obia me mame and etete me, share me, dear me yanyina and then because of me mame. And me co school no so no a preparatory school no Ekosiisen ye wo ma antina Miss Sarah omuna mu dware yen esuso ye mu a kosi say do secondary school. Your secondary school no some of our best teachers, Miss Ajimai, Miss Ampao. Then you look around you look around the courts, Chief Justice Wood, Chief Justice Sophia Kufu, Speaker Bamford Ado, no money. Ghana Maya, one of the most dynamic in the whole world. And you can see that when you go to Makola or any of the trading centers in the country, when you go to the farms and you look at women carrying children on the back and then with the wing. Now, I mean, say, the people who contribute to the economy are not the only important people, your politicians. And no, the people who really make Ghana what they are, no, farmers, nurses, traders, and only no. Into a vital sector, vital in society, and they play multiple roles. When we play multiple roles, maybe if say we are more important than a member because a member and they leave all the work to a man. As some other president Nick can say, even though we have tried and he gave some indications that were appointed, still as a nation, we still need to do more because social your parliament still less than maybe 20% and a year ministers the percentage no as high as it should be. It made me feel that the important thing that we should distill from that conversation is, well, how do we get there? then or see a year you be improve the number of a one more parliament, the number of a one more cabinet.
Yes,
that's the nature of the conversation. I bet my moving forward, but say President Nick Kani, I don't think it's an issue because I also happen to have been to the President House a couple of times, and I know Auntie Becky, the role she plays in that house. So I can say for sure, say President Inyobia or permasem or respect him, we all know that. Sometimes we play politics too much, and we pick on every term and every word and try to twist it and over twist it, and then we lose sight of the most important thing, which is what he was raising. Say, as a country, let's come together and figure out a way. I improving the representation of women at the parliamentary and executive level and so on. So I think that's a conversation that's worth having. But the other conversation about whether women are dynamic or not, to me, a moot, because it is beyond dispute. Say highly dynamic and more dynamic than the men. Yes.
Fact.
In my opinion, no.
16 minutes after 4. Prof, I was saying at the end, unfortunately, but I think I was saying in 1 minute on way. The NDC national chairman, do you think, sir, a buying way a persecute, and the word is persecution? Do you think he's been persecuted by government?
It's hard to know because I don't have facts. I just have read, say, they picked them up and so on. So I don't know. I don't have the facts in order to make an intelligent assessment
of the Ekosiisen.
Of what the Ekosiisen. But I will gather the facts, and when I think I know the facts sufficiently now, I can provide my view. It's always very tricky when you start picking the leaders of political parties because of our political history. Our political history, we know, say, especially in the First Republic, government used its executive power to disable a lot of the opposition parties. So we are always very sensitive when you pick up a leader of the opposition party. But at the same time, laws must be enforced. And so it becomes a question of fact. What exactly do the security people know that I don't know?
That you don't know.
If they know enough to pick him up, then of course that's okay. And as long as he's fully represented by lawyers, then I'm not too worried, because the lawyers would ensure, say, all his rights
are protected.
And it's very, very important that all his rights are protected in all facets. So the law should be followed.
Mate. Prof, Mamenase, I would wish, say, before say Obekonebia, I say in Komobio, and Medasa Obechakakra. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, that's a papa for passing through. But we say 2 quick questions. Talking about dual citizenship, is the former Boko Central MP Adamu Sakandi eligible to contest or hold any political position in Ghana again, considering the judgment handed him by the court in 2012?
Ekosiisen on
Obetimi. One renounce
if he's pardoned that.
Okay.
If he's pardoned, then the crime would go away, and so he can contest. And then if he renounces, but I don't think anyone should renounce their other citizenship just to hold office, because se won trust to be se on ye genuine and yes or renounce to be all of a sudden David and only yankwala grow be say
what's the state of his case in court for various universities to offer their own professional law courses akin to enrolling at the Ghana Law School? And in the unlikely event that the Supreme Court upholds Mahama Yarege's claims against the SP relative to his age, would the judgment take retrospective effect?
Such judgment would have no effect on the
High Court.
On the High Court, because the High Court Amidu versus Ayarega. High Court is Republic of Ghana versus Ayarega. And if the special prosecutor is not even going to be in court prosecuting him, the prosecution will be done by some other career prosecutors and so on and so forth. Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. Prof, Mamenase na bibiani ebe sanswe di nkomobio. Why?
All right, thank you.
And the Professor Kwaku Asare and the attending canon